What's up, everybody? Shadow Phoenix here. It is Thursday, December 13th, and we got a brand new look today at another new ride from the Magnificent Rides collection, and it is one that is on my wish list as well. So this set, this rides collection is turning out to be like everything I could possibly want. Well, not everything, but a lot of what I want. I mean, this is pretty much, if we get a paratrooper as one of the last two rides, then that's my wish list for all of the flat rides for the game. Not coasters, mind you, but flat rides. I mean, yeah, I could think of some more, but just look at this beauty. Look at the paint job on this. What we got announced today was the soaring flyers, or flying scooters, I think is what some people know them as. I know them as the Flying Eagles from Kings Island. I can't talk. I'm so excited I can't talk. I woke up to this morning. I saw the little preview, the little video you saw at the very beginning of this video, and I was like, oh my god, it's a Flying Eagles, yes! And it's even got the Flying Eagles paint job. Like, I can't believe this. I mean, this is going to be absolutely incredible. I can't wait to put this into the park. Technically, it's already in Crystal Gardens because Intim made a really cool version. I said it was Silent Member before, and I'm not sure if Intim is Silent Member. I don't know on that one, but there's already a version on the workshop, and it is in Crystal Gardens, but it's a non-working version. So I'm actually going to get a working version of this ride for Crystal Gardens, and I am hyped. I'm so hyped. That's not even to mention some of the other rides, which we're going to get to in just a minute, that are also going to be in the game. Now, most of you, if you watched the Planet Coaster live stream yesterday with Sam Denny, you guys got a great look at what we already have been revealed for the past week of all of the other, what are we at, six rides? Let's see, 3 last week, 6 rides yesterday. And as I said in my last video, I didn't get to make one on yesterday because I was too busy working around my computer, or the day before that as well. So I didn't get to make one Tuesday or yesterday. I got a new M2 drive and I was busy reinstalling Windows and stuff. I didn't get it done till late last night. I just felt, you know what, let's just wait. We'll do one today, talking about whatever they announced today too. But I just want to say I was right. They didn't tell us about any other rides that we're going to get except the ones we already saw. The only other thing they talked about was the Hyperjump, and we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, let's kind of go over yesterday's stream real quick and talk about what was shown. So first of all, we have the absolutely stunning first thing we were revealed as part of the Magnificent Rides, and that's the Grand Carousel, something that everybody has been asking for. I mean, like everybody, pretty much. Okay, not everybody, but pretty much everybody. So we got to look, as you can see here, this is taken from yesterday's stream. We got to look at about the size that it's going to be. If they were using a 33 meter path or a 33 foot long wide path, then I mean it's a fairly decent sized carousel. I don't think this is going to fit in the same spot that the Venetian carousel does, as far as being in Crystal Gardens on top of my entrance, and I'll probably have to redo like a lot of different things on it. But the detail, this is one thing I love about all of the Planet Coaster flat rides and stuff, is the detail they go into as far as well, I mean, just everything about it, just the beauty of it. This thing is, it's so well done, and it's just as beautiful as another one of my favorite rides in Planet Coaster, which is the swing, the giant swing that, you know, the one that goes around and around, not the one that goes, you know, pendulum, not that swing, not the Huss, but, you know, the actual the chair swings. In fact, as Sam even went as far as to say, he talked about how that mirror effect that it's on the chair swing is also on this carousel as well. And you know, they even showed off the detail, as you can see in the video here, of like how the mechanisms and stuff actually work. Not to mention, I mean, you know, they talked about why, you know, I've seen complaints from people, you know, why didn't they go with all horses? You know, I don't like the fact that it has these other things on it. I mean, this to me is a Grand Carousel. A Grand Carousel doesn't just have horses. It has a few other little things on it as well. So this, I think this works out great. I mean, another big complaint I'm seeing people talk about on the forums and stuff is that it goes the wrong rotation. Honestly, okay. I'm a huge person who talks a lot of crap about some of the things that Frontier does, but I mean, really, we're gonna argue. We got the Grand Carousel, and we're gonna argue about which direction it's going. I don't pay attention to that. How many of you out there actually do? And is this really gonna bother you that much? I mean, hey, we got the Grand Carousel. I'm happy with that. So, you know, and looking at the night shots as well, it's beautifully lit up. I can't wait to get my hands on this and put it into a new park. So now let's move on to the next one, which is the break dance, as you can see here on the screen. And just as we discussed the other day in the video where I talked about this, it is another highly requested ride that so many people have been asking for. It's, you know, a staple among traveling fairs. Not really a whole lot of theme parks. Some theme parks have them though, which is really cool. A lot of boardwalk parks and stuff like that have them. But one thing we were speculating on is it going to, you know, because I was saying in the picture it looks like it has a very flat, like, base, and as you can see here, it does not. The base is slanted at an angle, which is great. Another thing we were speculating on is the background to it. Is it going to be a separate piece? Is it a billboard? Well, yesterday we found out that it is a separate piece, and it is a billboard. It's everything we could possibly want them to do. It looks like they've learned from the mistake after they did the Monte Leon and the Weiserhorn. When they did two versions of that, because so many people complained and they're like, we want two different versions of that. So it looks like they did do this. They turned it into a separate piece that we can put on there if we want to or not. Not only that, it is a background we can add our own backgrounds to, and they're giving us 3 awesome backgrounds to work with. Where they're giving us, actually, is it 3? 4? They're giving us 4? Yeah, 4. The one that we've already seen, which is the guy holding the old 80s model boombox, and then we have the key art that's used for Planet Coaster, which is, you know, that's really cool. And then of course the Kraken, and I love this one. I really love the spider theme. So you could do like a haunted thing. I really think I'm going to do that one. I have an idea to use that. I think Sam said this was his personal favorite too, and I gotta say I really love it as well. But the fact that, hey, we can make our own backgrounds for that's really cool. I'm very glad that they did that. So we found out something new about the breakdance, and that's awesome. So let's move on into the next ride, and that is, of course, this is one we've already talked about a little bit as well, and that's the tracked ride, the tracker, I think they call it. A lot of people have been asking them for generic versions of certain rides, and apparently they got a lot of requests. I didn't see any of these requests, but apparently they got a lot of requests for a generic version of the Huntsman. So that's where the tracker comes in at. It's the exact same thing, exact same track. It doesn't do anything different than the Huntsman, but it does have these really cool doors and stuff on it. And then, of course, as I said in my last video I made, it looks like it's an exact copy of the Beauty and the Beast ride. And, of course, they said after they did it, then they saw the video for the Beauty and the Beast ride, and they were, like, amazed that it looked identical to theirs. So I don't know how that worked out, but, I mean, it's kind of cool. I don't know if I would ever use this. I mean, maybe, but, you know, I don't really know. But a lot of people are excited for it. If you're doing a Beauty and the Beast recreation, hey, there you go. It's, you know, another ride in the pack. You know, I mean, I can't complain. I'm getting a bunch of stuff that I've been asking for. So, but, you know, this is just icing on the cake, I guess. I personally would like to have seen something different in its place. Maybe a boat ride instead. But hey, we still got 2 more rides to be revealed, so we don't know what those are. And speaking of other rides, let's move on to the next one. This was the reveal on Wednesday morning, early, before the actual live stream happened that afternoon. Let's jump on into that one with the Hyperjump. So this is a redo or a Planet Coaster version of the S&S Space Shot. Another requested ride that so many people have been asking for, me included. I would love to see this one, and we got not 1 but 2 different versions. Of course, there's not much difference. They're the same thing, just they're in 2 different heights. which is their way of getting around the whole we can't do adjustable heights things, so we're going to give you these two. And that's fine. Getting 2 of these, I mean, that's better than getting 1 that's like 500 foot tall. So, you know, unlike the Screaminator and the other tower rides in the game that are just really, really way too tall, we are getting 2 versions of this one that are, I mean, they're about right. I'm very, very happy about 2 things. One is the base itself is very, very small, so we can make those towers of like 2, 3, or 4, like Knott's Berry Farm and Cedar Point and all those I've usually had, where we can like put them in a square or a triangle or whatever. If they had given us 3 different heights, that'd be awesome, because I know Hershey Park they have 3 different ones that all do different things, themed to 3 different candies: Reese's, Hershey's Kisses, and I forget what the other one was. But yeah, and so if they'd had 3 different sizes, then people could do that. But two is better than just one size, which is over the top. The thing that bothers me most about these things, though, is that they keep saying they can't do adjustable heights. It's just not possible within the game's limits. You can do it with the coasters. You have coasters, literally, the reverse drop coaster. You can adjust the height on it. You can do the same thing with the shuttle coasters, like the boomerangs and stuff. You add the piece, and then you add the piece in between so you can stretch, and then you add the top. So why can't you do this with the track, with this thing? Make it a tracked ride. Make it a coaster if you have to. I'm sure none of us will mind if it's in coasters. I mean, you know, it's not like a one thing has been called a coaster that's not. Larson Loop or Six Flags. But, you know, I really think that the whole thing about they can't make adjustable tower rides is just bullshit. I really do. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry, Frontier Development. I'm not buying the "we can't do it" excuse, because you can do it. You do it with the coasters. The coasters are adjustable track lengths. The whole thing with not being able to do it with the towers is, I just don't. I don't know. I mean, I'm no programmer myself. I don't know how this thing works. But I know that it works with the coasters, so I don't understand why you can't do it with these. It just doesn't make sense. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are going to be like, well, yeah, but, you know, the coding is like this. It's just a different platform. It doesn't matter. It's the same damn coding. If they can code a coaster that way, why can't they code this way? I just don't understand. It just doesn't make sense. So, and nothing anybody out there is going to be able to say to change my mind on that, you know. So anyway, let's talking more about the positive aspects of this, though, is like I said, they are giving us 2 different versions and 2 different heights. It looks absolutely amazing at night, too. It's got a great light show to it, as you can see here in the video. I can't wait to put these in the park and try them out. Of course, I'm going to do something like kind of Knott's Berry Farm with using multiple towers and like a sequence and stuff. And they gave us tons of different sequences to play with inside the actual drop towers. You can have it drop, you know, you'll take you up and slowly then drop you. You can have it shoot you up to the top and then drop you. It's got a mid bounce, you know, there's a bounce thing to it. It's got so many different sequences that you can toy around with it. So they gave it a lot of flexibility, which is great. So, you know, besides the whole complaint about it's not an adjustable tower, I love it. And I really want to say thank you, Frontier, for adding this. Thank you for adding, you know, everything so far that we've been getting in this pack. This totally makes up for World's Fair. I hate World's Fair. I really think that you should give everybody who bought World's Fair this theme pack, this rides pack for free, because I still think this is a cash grab, that these things could have been in this and the anniversary update, but you held back so that you could do this. I still think that, but that's okay, because I always said I would pay for a pack of rides, specifically if it's rides that I really want, and this pack so far has met and exceeded my expectations. So moving on from the Hyperjump, let's talk about the 2 coasters so far that we know have been added. One of them, of course, I'm not going to talk too much about this, we've already discussed it, which is the Mindy Racer, or the Mind Melt is what they call it, which is a Bakoma SLC, suspended looping coaster. Again, I don't want to talk about a whole lot about this. They didn't really go into much detail in it in the video, in the stream, because everybody just kept saying, we want to see the Schwarzkopf, we want to see the Schwarzkopf, or the SLV as they call it, which is confusing because you have a Bakoma SLC and then you got an SLV is what they call the Schwarzkopf, so I don't know. But we will talk a little bit about this. I kind of want to go over, mostly I'm not going to show everything on this because I didn't care for the layout that they're going to give us in the blueprints. I think it's kind of ugly. Yeah. And it's large and I don't like it. But hey, Schwarzkopf is coming to the game. Finally, after I don't know how long. For those of you who have missed it, you may have missed it because they did something really weird. They gave it to Silverette to reveal on his own channel. And I thought this was kind of bullshit because, hey, I like Sylv. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with Sylv. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with naming this coaster after Silverette. I just think that, yeah, let Silverette do the intro and stuff to it like he did. His video was great. But put it on your own channel, Planet Coaster. Don't put it on his channel because, there's a lot of people who do not follow Sylv. And I even noticed that some people were like, how come there wasn't an announcement today for a new ride? Where was the ride announcement? And people had to tell you, oh, you got to go to Silverette's channel. People don't follow Sylv. There's a lot of people out there who don't do it. So, yeah, they did show it later on in the afternoon, but they didn't do it that morning. So I really thought that the whole reveal of that was kind of botched. And I don't agree with that. I also am fairly confident that they're going to let all of their favorite golden YouTubers out there, like Rudy and those, have the set the day before everybody else gets it. So you'll probably see videos Monday of them, which is another bullshit reason for not showing off everything in yesterday's stream. It's like, oh, well, we don't want to ruin it. We don't want to ruin it. No, but you want to give it to other people to ruin it. And people got pissed at me because I showed some photos that were on your website, Frontier. People got pissed at me because I showed those. But yet, it's and you're like, well, we don't want to reveal too much. We want to save it. We want to save it. You want to save it to give it to your golden people, your golden childs, to let them show it off. So whatever. Anyway, that's my rant for this video. Enough talking about the Schwarzkopf. Yeah, hey, the ride looks great. The shuttle mode is going to be awesome. I'm hoping, I didn't see a way to do it, unless you can use it with the tires or something, but being able to launch it out of the station would be very, very nice. And I didn't see a way to do that, so I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at like Greased Lightning and some of those other Schwarzkopf launch coasters and see how they do it. I think they pull you backwards and do it, but I might be wrong. I don't know. But anyway, hey, Schwarzkopfs are coming. The loops look fantastic. They said that was a really hard thing to do was using the loops and stuff and putting that in. They talked a lot about how this coaster was just really, really hard to do, which is why it took so long. I don't understand that either. But again, I don't know the coding thing, so I know that this was probably maybe more complicated to do than, adding adjustable heights to tower rides. But I digress. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we had the two coasters. We had the track ride. We've got the Grand Carousel. We've got the break dance, and then of course this morning we got announced with what you see on the screen now, which is the awesome, beautiful Swift Eagles is what they're calling it, but it's a flying scooters ride. So many prayers have been answered. We got 2 days left with 2 more rides left. What do you guys out there think it's going to be? What do you think the last 2 rides that are going to be revealed for Friday and Monday are? I'll tell you what my personal thoughts are. Is that we will see a Mack Infinity launch coaster, and I think we will see another track ride of some sort, possibly a boat ride, maybe like a boat dark ride. That would be awesome if we do get that, but I don't know how that's going to work out, so we'll see. But I think that might be what we might get. I know they were talking about how they told Silverette that he would be getting his 2 rides. He would be getting 2 of the coasters that he's been dying for. One of them being a Schwarzkopf, which we are getting, And if you know Silver Ed, another one of his things is the Mac Infinity launch coasters. So since he loves those two and we do not have those two in the game, we're getting Schwarzkopf. I have a feeling a Mac Infinity coaster is going to be the next one announced, probably for Monday. I think whatever tomorrow's is going to be, I think it will be a tracked ride to go along with the tracker. I don't think we're going to get any more flat rides. So, you know, I might be wrong. Maybe we'll get that paratrooper. If we do, that's the last ride on my list, the paratrooper. I so want the paratrooper to be added. That is the last thing to complete my list of rides. Like I said earlier in the video, I could probably think of some more flat rides, but I think that's going to be it. Anyway, hey, I've taken up enough of your time, guys. Again, I apologize I didn't get this video out yesterday. I was just too busy trying to get my computer back in order. Yeah, I can't wait for the Magnificent Rides pack. I can't wait for tomorrow's reveal. I'll do another quick video talking about tomorrow's. This time I promise I will have it out tomorrow. No ifs and buts. I will do another video tomorrow talking about it. Yeah, that's going to be it for me. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Keeping my eyes peeled early in the morning to see what we get, just like the rest of you. But in the meantime, let the speculation run rampant. Again, what do you guys think the last two rides are going to be? Make your comments down below in the video. I would love to hear them and guess along with you guys. In the meantime, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thanks for watching, everybody. What's up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and click on the bell to stay on top of all my new videos and live streaming events here on YouTube. I also want to give a huge shout out to all the names you see on the right for their support through donations, Patreon, and through Twitch subs. If you would like to join their ranks and you are able, you can do so by clicking on any of those links in the video description down below. No worries though, if you don't like giving away money like that, you can still support the channel by purchasing games or anything through Greenman Gaming, through Humble Bundle, or through Amazon by clicking on my links and making your purchase. A little bit of that goes towards me to support the channel. If you still can't get enough of me, you can always check me out live on twitch.tv and stay up to date with me on Twitter as well. Now that's going to be it, but I can't say thank you enough for all your support here on the channel. Wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later.